Welcome back to our Thymesia walkthrough. In this episode we're going to be doing the mission called the Royal Garden. But what I will do first is hand in some items to Azzavhar. So if you go and press on show items, we should have access to Transformation Experiment Report 1, Report 2 and Odor's Vial Core. So if we hand those in like that, we are rewarded with an item, and it's quite a good item as well, so we'll hand those in for now. And then we'll go to Recall and Royal Garden. Alright, here we go. So let's get cracking. We'll grab the beacon. And I'll just show you the items that we just picked up from Azzavhar. So go to items. And we have the collection of memories level 2. So we'll blast through those. And we'll blast through the level 1 ones as well. Gives us quite a big chunk of experience points. So we can rest at the beacon and use those. We'll go for strength. Extra talent point, so we will go for let's go for dodge level 1. We'll go for long dodge level 1, just there. So that will do for now. We'll leave the plague weapons for now, and we may be able to upgrade the potion, so we have an extra slot on the ingredients now. So if we go to potions and then craft, we've got the second slot, so we will pop in energy recovery plus 36. That should do for now, and then we should be able to get cracking. So let's go. There's quite a few spicy enemies to start off with here, and there is one with a bow and arrow over to the right, so you've got to be careful of that one kind of shooting us from afar, which we'll probably see in just a second. So I'm going to work my way over there. Yep, there they are. So we'll just smash this one out of the way first, because it becomes a massive pain in the butt. That is that. Then go back to the shield enemy. They usually follow, if they kind of like do a shield bash, they usually follow that up with a sword thrust. So just be like ready for that and parry it. This enemy can be a bit spicy. Sword and shield enemy. We'll go for the great sword. Knock him down. Double claws. Try and get a charge claw in. Possibly. Might be able to get an extra skill shard. No worries if not. That should finish him off. Yeah, the enemies on this stage can be a little bit spicier, so just be aware of that. So we've got a collectible item. I also love the level design of this level. Well, I love the level design on all the levels actually, but this is just really cool, this place. With the greatsword. I think we have a shield plague weapon that we got. I don't tend to use the shield plague weapons myself too much, to be totally honest. But you know, if they work for you, then absolutely go for it. Use the greatsword. I tend to use the greatsword a lot on these enemies because it gives us loads of uptime when they're kind of just laying down for a bit, so we can blast through them like that, nice and quick. So the intended way is this way. There's quite a lot to explore on this stage as well. So smash through this guy. There we go. A couple of different routes that we can go. I think that is the intended route that way. So we're going to go this way for now and follow this on around. A couple of enemies knocking about. Once again, greatsword is our best friend. We can do a charge claw if we can do. Might be able to get some extra shield skill points. Oh, we got 0. Fair play. Head on up. Might be something in there. There we go. Now we can kick a ladder down, so pop that down. That's a shortcut back to the starting section. This enemy is one of those spicy meatball ones. Takes a while to take this guy out, but greatsword helps quite a lot. Just going to use the double swords that we kind of stole from him. Ideally could do with a little bit more energy so we can actually use our greatsword, which would be pretty useful. We'll try a claw attack, which might get us some energy. Oh, I don't have the Energized Claw perk just yet. That's fine. We'll get that later. So let's go old school on this guy. Feathers to stop him from regenerating his health. Just going to back up a little bit. A couple of dodges. Back up. Got Great Sword at the ready. Feather to stop him recharging. Double claw. Watch out for his wombo combo. The combos are quite tricky to parry with this guy because there's so many strikes in the combo, and the timings are like very, very different between each swing of the sword. So I tend to find it easier just to back up and then just get in my attacks like as and when I can do. Like after one of his combos, he usually has like a few seconds of downtime, so you can usually time your attacks and stuff in there. It's usually a bit safer to try and get your attacks in that way. But that is that. We'll take him out and get the skill shards. That's that section. And we got the shortcut back to the beacon there. Might be worth popping a rest there, to be fair, because we've only got one potion left, but we'll push on forward and see what we can do. Go this way. There is another way that we could have gone, which was like underneath this bridge. We'll check that out in just a second. Just smash through these enemies first of all. Not too tricky, these ones, just a few saber attacks and then a few claw attacks should do the trick. We can go down this way, so let's go down here. Maybe we can get like a collectible piece of paper from coming down this way, so I might as well grab that whilst we are up here. Just backing up there and then using the claw. Skill shards. That great sword pretty much deletes these enemies in one hit, really, so there we go. So that's the collectible piece of paper, and that's this kind of top section now done. There is a spicy enemy down here, and going underneath this bridge just leads to the same way, basically. So if we went this way, look, then it would have just brought us straight down to the same place where this enemy is. It might be worth putting this guy on pause for a sec and coming back when we've got more potions. But I'm not sure how much further it is until we actually get to a beacon, so... Oh, we just got achievement rolling required ahead, so yeah, that's the barrels. An obvious head nod to Dark Souls there. Okay, yeah, we probably need to pop to a beacon at some point soon. Go for the plague weapon on this guy, slice and dice. That's a really good plague weapon as well, that one, so if you know, if that one works for you, then whip out the dual swords. There's loads and loads of cool plague weapons on this. There's one that we get later, I think it's at the end of this stage, that we can actually just use it to heal ourselves up. So just exchange energy to just self-heal, which is really cool. I tend to put that one on a little bit later. Let's take out the bow guy. Okay. So there is an enemy that we have missed, and I do want to pop back at some point because that enemy, I think he dropped something good like a potion or something of that nature, which was the guy down this way. I just grabbed that shortcut there to this gate. We'll follow this down. That's where the enemies were just chilling in that garden bit. The guy with the scythe. We'll follow this down. This was the spicy enemy, and this is the intended way to go, like down here underneath this bridge. I'm just going to double check down here first of all, see how far it is to a beacon. But if not, then we'll just head back and take that guy out there. All good. A lot of the time with these sword and shield guys, they kind of attack in like a 3-chain combo. Not all the time, but a lot of the time they do. That should do. Okay, I was going to poke my head around this corner to check for beacon, but if not, I'm going to head back and take out that guy. I think there's one just down the bottom of these stairs actually, but what I'll do is take out the spicy enemy first. It's the great sword enemy, just up these stairs. You have to play it quite safe though. We're just going to kind of like dodge in when we can do, and then dodge back out again just to play this one extra safe. And wait for our great sword to charge. Use that to knock him down. Double claw. Get back out. I want to make sure there's some space behind me as well, because if I need to back up, then need some space behind me to back up. Double claw. Back up. Feathers to stop his health from regenerating. Make sure we've got space behind us. Great sword in there. Knock him down. Almost there. That should do. Ideally I'm trying to get him into a dazed state if possible. So I can try for an extra charge claw, which might give us extra greatsword shards. I got a little bit too bloodthirsty there and just spammed RB. But yeah, we got 2 greatsword skill shards there anyway, so that's all good. So that is that. And then the way is cleared down here, so we'll head on down. We're going deeper underground, just like the song. Okay. Just a couple of standard enemies on the way down here, I think. You can once again get a charged attack in. Just shield bash. Head on down. And pretty sure the beacon was quite close. Take out the Scythe enemies. The Scythe is a really cool plague weapon as well, so feel free to do your charged attacks on the Scythe enemies. That enemy there is quite a spicy meatball, so we'll leave that for now. And we'll come back to this bit. I think the checkpoint is just around the corner, so what I'm going to do is just grab the checkpoint first from this room, and then we're going to come back to this room. So it should be just here. Let's grab that. Rest up, get the potions back. We might even be able to upgrade the potions actually as well, so let's pop into that, upgrade. Can we get anything? Not just yet, that's absolutely fine. Level up, we'll pop a point into health, unlock talent. And what we'll do is go for the charged claw. That's what I mentioned a little bit earlier about the energized claw. So we're going to get that level 2, which basically whenever Corvus deals damage using the claw, more energy will be restored. So we'll grab that. That's really useful. And upgrade the greatsword as we got some skill shards for it. That will do for now. Then we'll kind of like backtrack a little bit and clear out that room from before. I'm just going to take these out in case they follow us, because I don't really want to get overwhelmed with loads of enemies in the next room. Just a wombo combo of saber attacks and claw attacks there. That's the 3 attacks in a row from that guy. And usually, if it's shield bash, it's the follows up with the stab. There we go. We'll just grab all that, some Scythe skill shards. You could get an extra charge attack in on that guy there if you wanted to, like just by, you know, charging the claw into his back. But something is already on its way to us. There we go for the charge. Didn't get anything from that, no worries. Go for the greatsword. Take him out. Should get a Scythe there. Skill shard from that, good stuff. Charge claw, go for the Scythe. See what we can get. Okay, all good. And what we'll do is we're going to clear this area out first, because that sort of enemy over there can be tough, and we don't want to get someone else kind of joining the fight mid-fight, so make sure to take those out first. Otherwise it might put you in a bad combat situation. Try for the charged. That's the plague weapon that we just used from them, which I think it like coats your weapon in blood, so it gives you like blood weapon, which I think increases damage done. Like a great sword. And these usually either attack with like 1 swipe or 3, so they kind of like go into either a 1 attack or a 3 attack combo. That is that. Animation on that is really cool as well. It's probably one of my favourite ones, that one. Cool, so that is all that. And then we'll just grab the paper collectible on the side. And that is that area kind of cleared, so we can head on through. There's a little bit left of this stage, and I believe, if memory serves, this stage also has a boss fight, which is a really cool boss fight. It can be quite spicy, however. So just double check if we've got any items that we can use. We've got 8 of those bad boys, so we'll pop those. And then rest. I think we've got enough potions to actually upgrade, so let's go to that, and then amount of potions +1. So now I've got 6 potions. Plague weapon, upgrade whatever it is you want to upgrade. And we should be good. So a bit more to do. We'll just smash through these real quick. Just sometimes with the weaker enemies, just a couple of saber attacks and then whip out the old claw straight away. It pretty much deletes them. So we'll bring this guy to us because there's quite a few enemies knocking about here, and we don't want to fight too many enemies all at the same time. Otherwise we're going to have a bad time. We'll bring him to us, and we'll bring this one to us as well. Go for a charge, maybe we can get a... That's the thrust after the shield bash, and then thrust. Okay, then we got this one. I'm going to go ahead and use their weapon. Their plague weapon, so we got the blood weapon now. You can see the buff as well if you look down the bottom left, just above the health bar. Yeah, that was a 3 attack combo. Need to heal up because we're looking quite low. That's a 1 and a gun for the 1-2. Hold and B. It didn't quite trigger there. Comes the animation. So cool, that one. Cool, so that's all the stuff from there. On to the next one. One of these that hit like absolute trucks. Gotta be careful. A couple of attacks and then back up. Usually go into 2 attacks after they've done that kind of raw thing. And then 1, 2. Although the timing is quite tricky on that. Double claw. Gotta be careful. Go for the greatsword. Back up a little bit. Heal up. Couple of claws should do the trick. Execution. Potion upgrade item there as well. And then ingredient. So that is that. And that area is clear, so we can back up. And head kind of in the opposite direction. So we're heading that way, but before we head that way, we might as well pop a rest because it's not going to respawn any enemies in our path, so might as well do that. Level up vitality, and we'll go for that's that quick recovery thing that I mentioned I think on the previous video. You can sort of like, if you get hit, you can sometimes get hit into like a knockback animation and you can't move for a few seconds, but if you do get this quick recovery, then it allows you to press B to kind of like quickly get back up again. So that's that. What we'll do is go for sometimes it might be worth going for luck, by the way. That's quite useful, like item drop rate. Just gonna go for energized weapon level 2, increase amount of energy restored when hitting enemies with saber attacks. So that'll do, and then we'll push on forward. Just a little bit more left of this stage. It's a collectible piece of paper in the corner. Greatsword. Knock him down. This one's quite tough. Cheeky feather. 1, 2, and then 3. That falling B if you can do. We ideally need to unlock the claw attack that you can do after the step and jump. It's really useful. Okay. There's an awesome animation once again. Potion upgrade item. All good. Might be something knocking about down here. Not on this stage. That's fine. You can't go up there just yet. This guy hiding behind some glass, thinking he's being cheeky. Waiting for us, so just watch out for that guy. Go for the greatsword, knock him down. Couple of claws. Shield, a skill shard. Go for the claw. See if we can get a extra item. Collectible in there. There we go, so collectible piece of paper in that barrel. Greatsword this bad boy. Head on forward. That's locked for now, but we'll I think we'll come back to that a little bit later on. Nothing too much more knocking about. There we go. Collectible piece of paper, and I think this leads into kind of like a blood area of some kind. So yeah, there we go. So let's push on forward. These things are a massive pain in the butt. They kind of respawn over and over again. They always seem to take like 3 hits to take out. They don't do massive damage to you, but they can sometimes, like, if you're fighting an enemy, sometimes they can just pop out of nowhere and make the fight an absolute nightmare. So yeah, just listen out for that weird noise when they kind of, you know, get up out of the blood. And take them out. Just be careful, like I say, they do respawn, so you can make this spicy because you've got to fight this whip enemy here. As you can see, if you're focusing on the whip enemy, then these things can just pop out of nowhere and start wrecking you. Go for the great sword. And if you are interested in whips, then you could also do your charged attacks if you were looking to use that as your weapon of choice. That's the whip big weapon. Okay, we'll just smash through this one. Oh, they've moved positions. They can kind of like teleport away. Well, not teleport, they kind of go in the blood, I guess. There we go. And that is that. So make sure to grab all the bits and bobs that are knocking around, the pieces of paper, collectibles and stuff, knocking around this library. And then we're going to head down this way. First of all, kind of towards this right section a bit. So that is the way to go. I'm just going to point out that this is where we kind of came in from. That's the way to actually go. This way, we can do some extra bits and bobs first. So head down here. Watch out for this sneaky shield boy. And this is another NPC. This NPC is called Emerald. And Emerald is very similar to Azzavhar, where we can talk to them and then press show item. So just like we showed the items to Azzavhar a little bit earlier in this video, at the start of the video, we can also show the same items to Emerald as well. So right now we've just got access to these three, so Experiment Report 1, Report 2 and Odor's Vow Core. So we'll press those, show item, and once again we get the item reward every time that we show the item. So that's those three shown for now, so shown to Emerald and also shown to Azzavhar as well at the start of the video. And we'll push on forward. Take out this shield enemy. A couple of saber attacks, a couple of claw attacks. Job done. So there's that, and then we've got a collectible piece of paper. I think there might be an enemy knocking around down here somewhere. There is. Let's give them the old one too. That's him. And this way would lead us back into the library if we wanted to go back, but we don't. So we're going to go this way. Get all the bits and bobs if there's anything lying around. And then this bit, if memory serves, I think is kind of towards the end of the stage. It is, it's a boss arena. Just a quick tip with the boss arena as well. So if you find yourself, if you do get defeated and you drop, for example, a lot of experience points, and you're trying to get those experience points back to then spend at a beacon, sometimes what you can do is go in, grab the experience points, and then run back to the entrance, and then die on purpose at the entrance to the arena, and that way you might be able to sneak up to grab the points without even triggering the boss fight, and then kind of backtrack into the beacon and using those points to level up to make the fight a little bit easier for you. So let's keep that in mind if you find you've got some experience points kind of trapped inside the boss arena. And what we'll do is go to items and use those things that we just got from Emerald and the ones that we collected as well. So we might be able to level up. We can. So we'll pop a point into strength. Go for 10. And unlock talent. Have a look what we have. So let's go for maybe long dodge is quite good So when successfully dodging enemy attacks, you gain 1 stack of defensive buff. So let's go for that one. For now, don't forget you can swap these once again, so if there's something that might not be quite useful for a boss fight, for example this one, healing execution level 1, that's not going to be any use to us whatsoever in this boss fight because it is literally just a boss, so execution is not really going to come into play. So we can take that point away, flip it onto something else. So I tend to go down the reckless deflect route, but it's up to you. We're going to go for this one, which is slightly increase deflect time, but decrease deflect damage. So it gives us a bigger time window to deflect. We do slightly less damage, but it's easier for us to actually get the deflect. So that is that. Potions, upgrade, and we'll go for health recovery. So that's all good. And other than that, we should be good to jump into the boss. So let's get cracking with that. Alright, let's jump into it. So this boss regenerates health. It's only got 1 health bar. So we want to parry as that's coming down, parry that, then dodge to the opposite side of the hand. Keep on attacking. So parry that. We want to be doing claw attacks. Parry when they sort of drop down. Want to close the gap, so parry and then dodge to the side on that claw attack. Parry on as they're coming down. Then jump back. We want to be up close and personal with them, so make sure to close the gap. That's the health regen thing that they're doing. If they do that weird thing like that, it means they're regenerating health. Go for that. Keep on top of the wounds. Feather so they don't heal up. Close the gap. Dodge to the side for that blast. Get a claw. Dodge to the side. After that particular claw attack. Not the one where they jump from the sky, but the one where they stand in. We need to heal up soon, because sometimes they do like a scream in the air. And it does a fair whack of damage. So I'm going to use a potion to make sure that we're topped up just in case we get hit by that blast, which is might be happening quite soon. And close the gap. Feather to stop them from... Dodge to the side. Feather to stop them from regenerating their health. They're healing themselves up with that animation. Go for the greatsword. That's the one there. You might be able to get behind something to perhaps stop that damage there, but I just tend to make sure that I'm topped up on health and should be good. That's the claw, so parry and then to the side to dodge that one. Parry as they come down, and it's just all about the claw at this point. Parry and then dodge. Just parry once on that one. Other than that, execution animation. This boss drops really good skill shards as well. This is probably one of the best plague weapons in the game, which is the Bloodstorm. That's the one that heals us up when we use it. So sometimes, if you want to, it might be worth popping through this stage again and kind of like farming that boss. You can also do your charged claw into the boss as well. If you want to try and perhaps bag yourself some extra skill shards, then just do the charged claw, which might help there. But other than that, that is the stage. There's loads more video game tutorials, boss guides and walkthroughs on my channel. Some videos have just popped up right now, feel free to check them out and give them a click. I've covered loads of games such as Elden Ring, Sekiro, Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, Nioh 2, Ninja Gaiden and loads more. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, thank you very much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.